Everyone, Artisan here and welcome for a new video. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about Guild War. It seems like it's a topic that you are all enjoying in my channel, so we are going to continue to focus on that. This time we are not going to cover defense, attack, or whatever about an upcoming or ongoing war. Today we are going to discuss about how to set up your defense and some tips, I will say, on what to choose for your champions. So I did put an Excel together. It's not a perfect Excel, but it's going to give you some guidelines if you want some inspirations of like which set you need to use for which champions and the stat that you should aim for. So it's going to help you a little bit to maybe like recreate your saved gear macro and also like save sometimes and making your defense a little bit stronger when you are moving forward. So our next match is in 1 day and 9 hours, as you can see on my screen. And this time we are going to match a guild that I love. It's the Paladin. So we are going to go against the Paladin Legends. They are currently 5th. We are currently 6th after our lose against Mad last week. But yeah, we are going to match them. They are a bunch of French, so that will be fun to match them. And yeah, that's time to set the defense. So a few things that you have to know is you are going to have your defense setup. And when I started Guild War, I was not sure which gear set I should use for each champions because it does change. It's not like just one set for all the DPS and one set for all the mage and one set for all the healers. It doesn't really work that way because every champions have different stats, different base stats, and also different artifacts that they could be more interesting, especially for GVG. So what I wanted to do is to go through two things. So one is the Excel. I will try to see if I can open it up so you can like use it by yourself in a Google Drive. For now, I think you can use the video and maybe like just pause the video and you can get the Excel. I'm going to keep it open for a long time, so it shouldn't be that hard to find on this video. And also, like, please put your comments on the video if you are not agreeing with some set that I'm putting on it. Please share it. I would love to understand why and maybe evolve my Excel moving forward. Also, one TLDR is that this Excel is really made for basic strategy, I would say. When I say that is that sometimes, for example, a team like that, not like that because it's a pretty hard defense, but sometimes you have ways that your pop can be accessible by archer or by other demons. And you have some tactics that like you don't need to bring your pop with a high HP, high crit damage, etc., etc. To trick your opponents, you can also bring your pop with full HP, meaning 40,000 plus HP. So it's make super hard to kill by archer or by the fire guys or whatever, meaning that you are baiting people to attack you because they think they can kill your pop, and they try and they cannot kill your pop, and the pop, even with high HP with lower attack, will still crush your attack because he will not be killed, and the goal of your strategy was to first kill the pop to then be able to sneak something else. So you have strategy to change, like for example, Beelzebub, I think it's a really good example as well. You can gear him with invigorations, or you can gear him with mana springs. You will see on my spreadsheet is with invigorations, but right now, I don't think in this defense is on mana spring, but sometimes it is. So depends of what the strategy that you want to do. Like the defense is not only about placements and champions, it's also how you gear your champions, and also sometimes baiting people to think that your champions will be on this set, but it's not on this set. So during this video, we are only going to cover the basic set that I will recommend for basic defense without trying to bait people. Like this set is mostly to make sure that your defense is strong and you are like gearing your champions correctly to be able to defend your defense the best way you can. So before we get into my saved gear and stuff like that, I'm not going to go too deep because we are still competing against Mad, so I don't want them to see all my setup and all my gear and all everything right now. I'm trying to like be a bit more transparent how we play higher level in GVG, but I will not reveal all my secrets either. Otherwise, I'm going to get destroyed on Friday when we are meeting them again. So I'm going to be careful there, but hopefully you are enjoying that. And feel free to reach out to me by comments or like by a DM on Discord. I will be more than happy to give you some extra tips. So getting into the Excel, I imagine that you can see that on my screen right now. I try to bring kind of the meta champions that you see on most of the contents on the defense on GVG. So you have Lady Alexandra, you have Yovar, Pop, Belzy, Dahlia, AI, Nastia, Nora, Neja, Imret, Diochan, Carnelian, Valara, Brokir, Torodor, Sirius, and Regulus. So that's the one that we saw a lot in the last defense. We have Ingrid as well. We have Erlis that start to be here as well. If I'm missing something, if it's not on the Excel, feel free to put a comment as well on the video. I would be more than happy to like give you what I think is the best for these champions, for the strat that you have. So please comment on the video. So what I did is I tried to bring the different class, archer, match, blah, 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 blah. For some of them, I tried to have the target awakening because they are interesting at this level. They start to be really interesting. Like for example, Diochan, A3, she's covering more champions with the invigoration. So that's interesting to have. Carnelian, she's a killer at A5. She can save an extra time. You have Brock here. You have like that's at A5. You can like when he shields, when he ults, he gets back all his HP when you get back. Lady Alexandra, she's a killer at A3. A5 is even better, but it's harder to get. Mine is A4. So I try to get some target awakening there. And after I try to do like left side option 1, right side option 1, sorry. I tried to do option 2 on both sides, but I was like, I think it's getting too complex. So better to start with the basics. So you can see that most of them, like most of the DPS have wicked vengeance on the left side. Some of them have warlord like Belzy, AI, Diochan, and Carnelian. On the defender side, like Brokir, Torodor, Cyrus, Regulus, the one that you see all the time, they usually are on Astral Guardian. On the right side, we have a good mix, as you can see there. So we have Infernal Roar for Lady Alexandra, for Pop, for Anora, and that's kind of it. We have Cataclysm for Yovar, for Neja and Imret. We have SBA, so the Soulbound Arcana, for Dahlia, AI, Nastia, and also for Valara. We have the Wing of Grace for Diochan, and we have a mix between Tempered and Unshaken Wills for the tanks. So that's kind of like where I go. For basic sets, I would say. Sometimes I do try to trick my enemies as well a bit, so I will change a little bit. For example, Belzy, not in Invigoration, so I would go Mana Sprint there. But again, it's really depending on the defense and the setup, etc., etc. Artifact-wise, I also did that, so you can like go and check yourself. So exclu means exclusive. For Belzy, the exclusive when maxed, so 25 is the best. Otherwise, go to the tier, like the others mage. You see that tier is for a lot of them. Frigid Flame for Imret, Tiabam for Carnelian. And after you see Cadaver for Brokir. And it's not totally true. Like Cadaver is great. Bastion is also great. I do like Cadaver, but that's it. And after I try to get that, so I'm not going to go through the details of everything there, but you can see that I have some champions that have a target speed. It's not exactly what I currently have. I have either sometimes lower or higher than that. And I was not going to give you exactly which level I have for every champion. So otherwise, Mad is going to use this video for my next defense breaking. So I'm not going to do that, but I'm just giving you some ideas of where I think you should go. So you can see like a bunch of attacks on most of the DPS. They are usually all attack plus, attack bonus in main stats, and after you have the other ones. Crit rate, usually 100% if it's a DPS. Target crit damage, you can see that you have all... sorry, most of the time 350 plus. It's usually what I'm trying to target for the crit damage. Some of them are a little bit lower, like 280 on AI. Why? Because she have a lot of speed, so AI need to get a lot of speed. The same for Carnelian. Here I say 670. I think mine is at 750 or 800, something like that. So as like when you see like the big number like 670 or like 700 plus or like 650, it's usually because they need to be super fast when you are equipping them. So even if you are losing a little bit on crit damage, that's fine, or attack, you need to like make them as fast as you can. But again, if you have low damage, low attack, and low crit damage, it doesn't make any sense to have it too fast because it's not going to do any damage to the demons. So that's also something that you have to take into account. A few there that you see, Rage Regan. Not a lot of them really need requirements, but like for example, I like my Beelzebub to have at least 80%, 20% on Dahlia, 60 plus on Imret, 85%, like 80% plus on Cyrus, 20% on Brokir. So yeah, I like to have some of them. And after that's kind of it. Like HP, usually it really depends of how you do. Like Neja, I like to have a little bit of HP because I have her at A5, and when she revive, she have like a lot of HP. She's hard to kill, and then she revive, she's hard to kill again. So that's good to have like a higher HP base for her. And for the tank, you can see it's around on 120 to 140, from 130 for the different tanks. So yeah, I hope this Excel is going to help you save time to understand like which one you have. Like for example, when I started, I was not using, for example, for Valara, I was not using SBA, I was using Cataclysm, and we saw that SBA is a little bit better. Depend on the situations again, but I think it's going to help you kind of save time and make your defense stronger. So if you have different sets, and I think it's kind of worth for you to like check your defense and see if you are like gearing them this way, so you can get some extra damage around that. I know that for example Anora, SBA is totally useless for her, and here is really really good for her. So that's things that will be interesting. So that's the Excel. Now if we are going back to the game, on the game I will do adjust lineup, edit, and you will see that when I go there, gear, you have the quick change buttons right there when you go to the gear tab, and you have the plan. So it's not optimized, it's just my way of doing the plan. So don't just use my pattern because I don't think it's the best. I still need to redo a lot of them. But just to give you an idea, I do like to have my BP max. So I like to have my gear for my different champions like Ingrid, Uredin, Yovar, Pretius, Nastia, Valderon. That's my top 5 BP. So I'm going to cover that at the end. And then I have my GVG actual, meaning that it's when I need to switch between gear. I have like my different gear set, like for one for Pop, one for Corneline, one for Valara, one for Torodor, one for Cyrus, one for Beatrix, etc., etc. So it's easier for me to be able to switch between them when I need to set up defense or when I need to do my attack. So I do recommend you to like spend some time to make sure that you have a few like tank gear, healer gear, and stuff like that, because some of the DPS are using the same set, so it's good for you to be able to switch when you are changing your defense. Some are really specific. For example, Cornelian, she have like a white wing on the left side to get more speed, invigorations on the left side, on the right side, and you see like she's full attack speed. You will see that attack speed everywhere on every of them. So you will see that she's trying to get as much attack speed as you can for that. The last thing that is important, and I'm not going to show you exactly my current BP, but when you go to war, you will have the 5 top, I would say, the top BP. Like right now, I'm ranked per BP. Look. Rarity, yeah, but they are all like favorite, I would say, as you can see here. So that's my 5 top BP. My highest, that is a non-lord, is Uredin at 139. I'm going to give you that, Mad, but that's it. For the rest, I have Yovar, Pop, and Ingrid and Valderon, so that's my top 5 BP. There, what's important is that you need to have really strong BP, because when you are doing an attack, you will have to associate your demons to a champions, and you need to have like at least the 2 first to be really, really high BP, because it's going to boost your demons and it's going to be easier for you to break the defense. So I do recommend you to like work on your sets of like having 5 top BP. I might do a video. If you think it's relevant for you, please put on the comment as well if you want to see a video like that. But I might like take like a few champions that I know, not only my 5, but like giving you other example like Beelzebub, Nastia, Mo. I think what's the name of the other fighter? Jira, she's really high BP as well, depending of your account. I'm probably going to do a quick video on that, how to gear your champions to get the high BP. But yeah, that could be one of the thing that you need to think of. It's like how to gear the BP. So if you're interested, put on the comments, and I will try to find some time to create a video about that. So yeah, I think that's the 3 topics that I wanted to cover. So the Excel that I will show you again quickly. Here we go. Right there. So the Excel to kind of like help you find which gear you want to put on each champions. Right now is the meta. If you want new other champions that are not on the list, put on the comments. I will try to make sure that I'm answering you with some recommendations. The second part of the video was about my gear defense and my save gear and the top 5 BP setup that I'm probably going to cover a bit more deeply into my next video. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and wish me luck against our friends the Paladin Legends on Wednesday, and you will get the video on Friday morning probably about the result of this war, and hopefully we're going to play against our friends Mad on Friday again. So yeah, enjoy your day and see you soon. Bye.